Warriors to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. But I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
You know, for Drummond last season, his numbers were relatively the same. The expectations placed on him were so hard for him to live up to. Maybe now those will be tempered a bit, and he'll play better.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And another thought on Drummond, a lot more was expected of him last year, and he saw more attention. Even though his numbers were close to the same, I really felt his impact on the floor was not.
Curry attacking out to Thompson. That one's good from the corner.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
The dish to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Ilyasova can't hit. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The drive by Green, and there's the foul. That goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. Curry passes to Bogut, and stolen by Drummond.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Here's Thompson, and he goes in for the dunk.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pistons have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Now here's Curry, and Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Jackson, he's checked in for Brandon Jennings.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Johnson gets the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, speaking to him about their game plan, he said it is all about taking care of the ball and not forcing anything. He said the one team that beats us more than any other is ourselves. If we get sloppy on offense, then it'll be a very tough game for us to win. It's something I stress to them before the game. Let's see if they heard the message, guys.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
And, of course, that's something that a lot of teams would benefit from, guys. I mean, they're looking to play a very cerebral and disciplined game today.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Here's Curry following the score by Reggie Jackson. Such a wide-open look.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The Pistons trailing. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Jackson kicks to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got his first points in this one. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines comes in for Drummond. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The screen from Thompson. Curry with a wide open look. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Johnson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson kicks to Morris. Green with the block.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Thompson. Detroit with the rebound. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Just a bit of an up and down year for the Pistons last season. Had some long winning streaks and some long losing streaks for first-year head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, Kevin, some would say it was addition by subtraction because they really went on that big run after they released Josh Smith. 7 straight wins for them at one point, and they also did have some giant lulls.
And, you know, those giant lulls were a big part of the Pistons season. I mean, their biggest losing streak was 13 straight losses, and a lot of that you attribute to their defense.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And the Pistons also went into a slump after they traded for Reggie Jackson. 1-9 after the trade deadline. That they would